Was that supposed to frighten us?
No, please kill me.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 anime that tried to be scary, but aren't.
Your breed has brought nothing but death and tragedy!
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be looking at the anime that tried to incorporate some aspects of horror, only to fail miserably.
What the heck was that thing? I don't know!
Prepare for some mature content down the line, just don't expect to be scared by it. Number 10, Gyo, Tokyo Fish Attack. Full credit to Junji Ito, his manga about sea life growing metallic legs and invading the mainland is still scary on paper, especially when it comes to the walking great white shark. That being said, the anime packs nowhere near the punch you would expect, even if it does do a good job of showing how repugnant a human-fish hybrid would look like. Honestly, the subpar animation makes the whole thing one shade away from becoming anime's answer to Sharknado. Let's hope that it never gets a live-action adaptation. Number 9, Kagewani. While the potential for a terrifying series certainly lies beneath the surface, this anime falls more into the category of a creature feature without any of the jump scares. Serving as an anthology, we follow a detective as he investigates a group of monsters that have started running rampant. There's suspense to be found here, even when a civilian ends up getting offed. The animation is certainly an acquired taste as well, so while you might find the designs of the monsters intriguing, don't come into this expecting the next Parasite. Number 8, Dark Cat. Is a classic example of how too much gore and shocking imagery can drain all the possible scares out of a scene. Bastards! Sure, there are plenty of demon tentacles running around, but any unpleasantness you might find in these scenes is quickly overshadowed by its terrible animation, as well as the fact that our hero's main method of defeating said tentacles is to transform into house cats, and the oh so terrible voice acting.
What do you think you're doing? Even if you are a teacher, that's out of line.
Like, hentai levels of bad voice acting. Don't be surprised if your morbid curiosity soon turns to uncontrollable laughter after watching what amounts to pseudo-genocyber. Number 7, King's Game, the animation. Whether you love or hate anime like Future Diary and Danganronpa the animation, at least they're not this heaping dumpster fire. Imagine if someone took the survival game aspect of those shows and tried to make it as edgy as possible. And by edgy, we mean make everything totally incoherent, over-sexualize all the female characters, and constantly create scenarios that lead to the cast either dying in exaggerated ways or violating each other. The deaths are almost fetishized to the point where you're not so much quivering in fear as you are wondering what the hell the writers were thinking. Number 6, Supernatural the animation. We're not trying to step on any toes here, and good on you if you happen to like this adaptation of the highly successful TV series. But in our eyes, what genuine horror the live-action version had was lost in translation.
It's over. No one else dies.
Following the exploits of the Winchester brothers, the series pretty much serves as a self-contained story featuring all manner of monsters of the week. The kills may be bloody, but the animation style and lack of any real disturbing content prevents it from reaching new heights. Sorry, Sam and Dean.
Alright, that was lame. But at least she wasn't as bad as we thought she'd be for a ghost.
Number 5, Mars of Destruction. What more do we need to say about this absolute failure? It's known as the worst anime of all time for a reason, you know? This also extends to what it apparently thinks horror is. With the Earth under attack from aliens, a group of cardboard cutouts posing as characters have to fend them off. The animation is so poor that the death scenes are more akin to someone cropping their heads off in Microsoft Paint. Watch at your own dismay. Just know that the true scares don't come from the narrative, but rather the show's abysmal quality. Number 4, Pupa. Don't get us wrong, watching this show will make you physically sick, but it's more from the subject matter as opposed to anything to do with credible horror. If watching a sister devour her brother in a cannibalistic display of incestuous affection is your idea of a good time, then by all means binge it. The rest of us will wait over there and judge it silently for trying to shock us into submission. Hard to imagine there's a series that actually fails in its use of excessive gore, but that's Pupa for you.
ゆめちゃん分かってるくせにお兄ちゃんを殺してやめて
Number 3, Ghost Stories. To see how badly this anime failed, you need only to look at the dubbed version.
You won't be able to leave here for the rest of your lives.
Due to the story, character, and general plot being utter trash and devoid of even the mildest scare, the voice actors decided to literally say "F it" and turned it into a crude comedy.
Don't even! Are you gonna let some little Polly Pocket get the better of you?
Yes.
Oh, hell no!
The result is surprisingly hilarious, becoming something of an official abridged series and managing to gain way more popularity than the original ever did. We can't think of a better put down than that.
Run, Satsuki! Run from yet another Japanese horror movie knockoff! Run!
Number 2, Junji Ito Collection. This one actually hurts. After all, the man has such a vast collection of truly frightening tales that an animated anthology almost seems like a match made in heaven. There's just a little snag. None of the stories is scary. The animation fails to capture the visceral nature of Ito's most haunting titles. All the while, poor pacing just removes any sense of tension and dread.
Oh my god, is that really you, Mio? Oshiki! I can't believe you did this to me! I'll curse you!
It's a true tragedy that no one can manage to capture the horrific essence of such a genre genius. But by this point, we're just hoping studios leave Uzumaki alone.
There. Hey.
Number 1, The Lost Village. A classic haunting featuring a group of young and endearing characters. Yeah, don't expect to find any of that here. Whatever promise the beginning might have had quickly fizzles out when you realise there are too many characters to keep track of. That and the plot is anything but focused, and the so-called scares never manage to actually leave an impact. It was pretty much an underwhelming disaster from beginning to end. So much so that even the ghosts in this supposedly cursed village were bored by it. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.